Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the planetary transits for the month of January 2024. But before I begin, I would also like to say I will be talking about the sidereal or astronomical placements as used in Vedic astrology. And if you're new to this channel, hi! My name is RoseAnna, I'm a Vedic astrologer. On this channel I talk about planetary transits and new and full moon updates. So if you're interested in that, you can subscribe below. Alright, so the month of December really felt like an opportunity for introspection and reflection, as well as a course correction in the sense that we were right in the beginning of a new change of focus, and we were still kind of falling into what all of that changes meant, and we're perhaps still in that first beginning of changes entering. So it was a month of reflection as we had Mercury's retrograde cycle, the final retrograde cycle of the year, and then now where we're entering January, it really feels like a month of new beginnings, of course, but in a larger sense with looking at the planets. So new beginnings, new motivation, and some new inspiration perhaps entering our life, where we feel more motivated to, or more inspired rather, to look at our goals, to create a new vision for the future, or even reinventing ourselves in the year that's coming. So first off, the most important transit that we will have in the month of January is that the month will begin right as Jupiter has began moving forward again. And what's more important also is that while Jupiter is moving direct in Aries, Mars, the ruler of Aries, will be in Jupiter's sign of Sagittarius. So there will be this quite powerful exchange between Jupiter and Mars. And this is also heightened by the fact that Jupiter will be casting its special aspect onto Mars in Sagittarius. So there will be this powerful energy of Mars and Jupiter at the beginning of the year. So this can really be a time where the energy of these two planets are a bit heightened, and we're feeling more motivated, more inspired, more prone to take action on our beliefs, our ideas, and our vision. But we could also become a little bit more fired up about our opinions and a little bit more even self-righteous with this transit. And it could also shine the light on where we are too convinced of our own righteousness, if you say that, or the validity of our own ideas, perhaps. So it could also be a good time to reflect on where we are not as open-minded as we would like, or where we are re-evaluating or changing our ideas a bit, changing our opinions a bit. Both planets in these positions could be quite prone to exaggerate our own righteousness or even pushing our own opinions on others. So focus on creating some inspiration, inspired ideas, and focus the energy on creating your vision for the future and what it is that you wish to manifest, what you wish to create as the year begins, because it's really can also be a great source of new inspiration, new creative ideas. What's also interesting is that just as Jupiter turns direct right as January begins, so does Mercury. So Mercury will station direct in the sign of Scorpio, where it started its retrograde cycle in Sagittarius and then moved backwards into Scorpio. So now it will begin retracing its steps back into Sagittarius. And as always, when Mercury is moving in that shadow phase or retracing those retrograde degrees, it's usually a very good time to become more aware of our own thoughts, to become that observer, let's say, of our own thoughts, and of becoming aware of where we're not really our best ally or our best friend, because we can become, it's an opportunity to become aware of where we're stuck in either negative thought patterns, or where we're not really developing a positive narrative about ourselves, our ideas, our opinions, our work, and our performances. We can be it can be a good time to become aware of that inner critic that's not really our best ally, and doing what we can to change the way we think about ourselves, or the way we either rationalize or excuse our own behaviors or thoughts, or so it can be a really good time to be a little bit more aware of the way we are thinking about ourselves, or the way we are criticizing ourselves, let's say. And when Mercury then moves into Sagittarius, that is a great time for some new inspiration, and where we can feel more, that inner curiosity can become a bit awakened. So it's a good time to focus on what you think is actually fun in your life. What really lights up that inner creativity, that inner curiosity that makes you just lose, a couple of hours because you're so into something and it's so interesting, to focus a little bit on adding that inner curiosity and inner inspiration to your life. What captures our interests, that just grips us, that we really want to learn more about, that sort of thing. The Sun will enter Capricorn on January 14th, so this will be a great time also to where the focus changes from the creative inspiration or the visionary inspiration in Sagittarius into the practical Capricorn, where we're more prone to take action on our ideas and our vision, and to transform it into a practical plan of action where we can, focus on taking the necessary steps. So how would I realize this idea that I've been carrying? So how do I make it happen? How do I transform it into physical reality? So it can be also a good time to focus on, getting through those perhaps boring or tedious tasks that we've been putting off a little bit, but that are really, necessary and practical, or that would help us in the long run. So Capricorn here, it's very, very ambitious sign as well, and very hardworking. So it's good for doing those necessary hard tasks that we need to make our plans come more into reality. The Sun in Capricorn is also a good time to focus on what are we spending our energy on? What actions are we doing every day that takes up a lot of our energy and our time and our commitment, and just reevaluating whether we are spending our time and energy on the right things, or things that are perhaps, wasteful in the long run. But so it's a good time to recalibrate our action plan and revising our commitments as well. But there will be quite a focus on the energy of Sagittarius this month as well, as later in January we have Venus going into Sagittarius on January 18th, and then we have Mars and Mercury forming an exact conjunction in Sagittarius on January 27th. So there will be some focus on the influence of Sagittarius this month as well. So Venus moving into Sagittarius can be quite a lift from the heavy and introspective Scorpio, which albeit could be quite passionate as well, but Venus in Sagittarius gets a more playful energy, or more playful and inspired nature. So it can really be a good time for igniting passion, igniting creative inspiration, let's say even. So Venus in Sagittarius can really be a good time to bring out that passionate, adventurous energy, and it could also be a really good time if you are artistically bent, because it could really heighten that desire for creative expression. So, and you know, getting those new inspired ideas and transforming those ideas into a vision. So it could really be good for our creativity, as well as bringing out a more playful energy. And then with Mars and Mercury forming a conjunction in Sagittarius, that could also be a time where we are both more motivated and inspired towards our ideas, but it could also make us a little bit more where Mars could make our intellect, or the thinking visionary ability of Mercury a little bit more firm, let's say, where we sort of get to see where we are not as open-minded as we would like, or where we're too fixed and rigid perhaps in our way of viewing things. So the challenge with Mars and Mercury is that ability to listen to, well, let's say you're in a discussion with someone and you discover that you have vastly different opinions, and one way of dealing with that is just, you know, where we're like, oh no, I'm not even gonna listen, and that's, you know, you just decide that it's wrong. But the other way is listening with an open mind and trying to understand the point of view of the other, and understanding their reasoning behind their opinion. And when we do that, oftentimes we even get to change our own opinions, or we realize, well, that's actually very interesting the way you're thinking about this, and I'm curious to know more about why you would say such a thing, or why you think the way that you do, or we change our own opinion. So Mars can really bring out that challenge for Mercury to stay open-minded and to stay flexible and let's say curious to other points of view. So it could be a good time to evaluate our beliefs, evaluate our ideas, and also to remember that, to be open-minded and not to try to force our view onto the other person, or to, you know, just arguing just, you know, to win, rather to be more open and interested in forming other points of view or other opinions, let's say. So January really feels like a month of new vision, new momentum, moving forward, and new inspiration. And this feels especially true as when Jupiter and Mercury stations direct, all of the planets, even the outer planets, will be in their forward cycle all the way until the month of April. So this really is a great window of opportunity to focus on moving forward. As we have the wind in our sails, it's a good time to move forward and to actualize our ideas and our vision. And as I'm recording this, it's getting to the end of December, and I would also like to take the opportunity just to say thank you so much for supporting the channel and for being on this journey with me. And I wish you all the very best 2024, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a comment, or share the video with someone you believe would appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye!